I am a certified life coach and a motivational speaker. Welcome to my channel. Today, I'll be sharing with you 5 mistakes that I learned in my 20s. You possibly have made these mistakes as well so that you don't feel alone, so that hopefully we all can learn and grow together. Let's get right into it. So the first mistake that I made in my 20s that I definitely learned from is trying to be in a relationship. I wouldn't even say a mistake, because the relationship that I was in wasn't a mistake. It definitely served its purpose. It was great. I learned so much from it. We birthed beautiful children out of it. I wouldn't recommend getting into a relationship while you are young, while you are in your 20s, because you are now losing focus on the things that you want to do, losing focus on the person that you want to be, losing focus on what you want to do in your lifetime to come together to try to build something with someone else. So then you're no longer focusing on you, you're focusing on this relationship, the betterment of this relationship. It's no longer about you anymore. So that when you do become in a relationship when you're young, you're still figuring out things about yourself. You're still trying to know who you are. You're still establishing who you are and the path that you want to take in your life. Because the older you get, the more you change and you grow into the person that you're destined to become. It's good to have companionship. It is good to have somebody. It is good to, date. But as far as seriously trying to build with somebody, I personally wouldn't recommend that in your 20s. And if you are building with someone, or if you are married, then that's a great journey. Just make sure that you are equally yoked with your partners and both of you guys' visions are aligned. Second mistake that I made in my 20s, being around the wrong crowds. Now that I look back at my life and some of the people that I befriended or some of the crowds that I hung around, it definitely didn't serve any type of purpose. It definitely wasn't aligned with the things that I wanted to see in my life and the person that I wanted to become. And in no way is it judgment to anybody that I once was friends with or once hung out with, because I enjoyed those things. So that's what was familiar to me, such as drinking, partying, hanging out, things like that. I was hanging around people that were doing those kind of things, and it influenced me to do those things. And I wouldn't say it as if that just completely influenced me to just be partying, because I partied because I wanted to. I drank because I wanted to. I did what I wanted to do because I wanted to do that. I just say that to say, if you are hanging around people that are not inspiring you to be better or calling you for better, then it's like, how can you ever truly grow in circumstances, or how can you ever truly grow in life if you're not surrounding yourself with people that inspire you to be better, people that want you to do better? Like, most friendships are built off of fake things anyway, superficial things anyways, clout, how much clout somebody can get you, or going out partying, drinking. Like, it's not really based on true meaningful things of substance. The third mistake that I made in my 20s is mismanaging my money. Not managing my money correctly, not knowing about money or finances, or taking the time to learn about money and finances. You truly know me, you know I'm always like all about trying to make wise decisions and do wise things in my life. Does it always happen? No. Do I always make wise decisions? No. But I do strive to get better and become better each and every day. Things that I used to do was just completely mismanage my money, like shopping and buying a lot of things that was basically fruitless. It wasn't bearing any fruit. I didn't have nothing to show for it besides clothes and shoes and things like that. I wasn't learning about how to invest my money. I wasn't into learning how to flip my money or learning what to do with my money. I did have that poverty mindset. Poor people, they work and they think their money is to work and treat themselves. Oh, I'm gonna work and I'm gonna treat myself to whatever it is that I want. While rich people, they work and they use their money to invest it and use it to flip it and get more money with the money that they have. So I feel like that was one of the biggest mistakes. I wouldn't even say biggest mistakes, because life is all about making mistakes and growing. I wouldn't even call it mistakes, but one of the opportunities for growth was me mismanaging my money. If I could go back in time, I would save my money way more than I spent it. And I'm still trying to get better at that, because I do like to shop and I do like to buy things. but I'm also all about learning ways to flip your money where your money makes you more money. The fourth thing that I can say mistake that I made in my 20s was not having a vision, not really having something I wanted to focus on in my life. I knew what it is that I was called to do. I know what gifts are within me, and I knew what my passion was, but I didn't have a clear vision. So that was one of the mistakes that I had, was not having a clear, definite vision. I kind of was just living life in the moment, letting each day tackle me, and I wasn't tackling my days because I didn't have a vision for my days. I didn't have a plan for my life. It was like literally, I wake up, what am I gonna do today? Just didn't have a definite vision. So I wasn't making the wisest decisions. I wasn't making decisions aligned with who I am or what I see. That was a mistake that I made, and hopefully that you will remember to always have your vision. Without a vision, people perish, and that's very much true because people don't have a sense of direction in life if they don't have a vision, if they don't have a plan. One of the last mistakes that I made was not having goals and teaching myself to have goals for myself. Well, I've always been an ambitious person. I've always been go-getter. I've always been driven. That's always been me. But I never actually sat down and broke my goals down into reasonable steps. Like, I just kind of had goals in my mind, and oh, this is what I want to accomplish, this is what I want to do, instead of like having definite goals written out, having habits to help that goal, systems to help that habit. I just didn't have that in my life because I didn't have the knowledge. I wasn't reading or investing in my personal developing myself. I just didn't have those goals for self-improvement. And if I did have goals, they weren't like written out. So I think that is very important that you do have goals for yourself so that you can know what you're working towards. Have a vision for yourself. Just make sure that are learning from the mistakes that you are making. That's what it's all about. Not even basically mistakes. Yeah, they are things that we learn from, but we all have fallen short in this journey of life. We all have things that we have to go through to bring out the best in us. We all have things that we need to work on within ourselves. So don't beat yourself up. Just learn from your mistakes. Learn from what worked for you and what didn't, and share that knowledge with someone else so they don't make those same mistakes. Everyone is having a blessed day and striving to be the best version of themselves. Once again, I am Diamond Flores.